instruction, what you should do, what you need to do for the business plan in order to get a good grade. Or I'm not threatening, okay, if you have done a very poor job, we don't rule the possibility that you cannot pass the course, which is no good. Nobody want to fail. If you fail yourself, not Jito fail you, because I'm always here try to make everything systematic. I try to give you very clear instruction what you need to do. So that's why I ask you to get ready the course online, to get ready the summary notes for chapter 6, and also the lecture note for chapter 6. And also for the next 30-40 minutes, try to jot down, mark down what I said, which I am going to tell you what you should do, or what should be contained in your business plan, account for 40%. All right, because chapter 6, the topic is writing a business plan. All right, that's why these are important information that you need to understand. Okay, so everybody understand what I'm trying to do now. Okay, so I will tell you a little bit more detail, or even in great detail, of what you need to do in the 40% of your business plan. Okay, so I will come back to this one later on. Now let me share with you the summary note first. Okay, so as far as the summary note is concerned, last week we talked about business plan, some basic information, definition, what is it, why you need to write a business plan for internal and external. Okay, so while you are preparing your business plan, which due in week 14, 6 weeks or 7 weeks, 6 weeks from today, and then just bear in mind that for one of the purpose, the reason for writing a business plan is in reality, you are a fresh graduate. You are 21 years old, and you have attended a course called Startup and Entrepreneurship. Whether you are Japanese studies, finance, or account, whatever. And then, I think I really want to be my own boss. I want to start my business as a startup, all right? And then you are young, you are creative, recall. You are creative, you have innovative idea, but you may lack of financial resources. You need money to pursue your dream. And that's why you write a business plan, a proposal, try to persuade outsider, potential investor, and hope that they can support you, as a shareholder or a donation or a loan to you, whatever, so that you can have sufficient financial resources, that is money, to fulfill. And you need to write a business plan to persuade people. My idea is good. You can earn big money, all right, something like this. And even though we say entrepreneur, money is not the top priority. 錢唔係萬能，冇錢就萬萬不能. Okay, and that's why when writing a business plan, you need to understand. Okay, in reality, I'm writing the business plan because I want to persuade some external investor, external people. They read my business plan. They say, this is a good idea. And if you want a loan of 0.5 million, 50萬, 1 million, 100萬, I can invest, or I can, loan you, or whatever way they can help you to fulfill your dream. Okay, so later on, when you try to propose the business idea to me, normally we say, if I'm investor, my first question to you is, how can you earn big money? All right, even though as an entrepreneur, that is not top priority, but as an investor, a shareholder, they concern about the money they invest. All right, so when writing a business plan, you should, this is what we cover, follow the traditional structure. The structure must be conventional, because you write a business plan of 30-40 pages, for example. And if I am Li Ka-shing, I am so busy every day with a lot of my business, a lot of document to read. Of course, they will not read all your 40, 50 pages. And normally, in your business plan, they will go straight to executive summary to find out what you want to do, how you do, etc. And that's why they will look at it. And if they think the idea is good, they move on to read more. If not, they will just throw into the rubbish bin or the shredder. 你份 proposal 唔好，擺落碎紙機，唔好嘥我時間，抌垃圾桶。Okay, because those rich men, they have thousands of meetings, they have thousands of business proposal to read. All right, so they will go straight to summary. And then if your structure very messy, they cannot locate the page. 睇都唔睇就劈咗你㗎啦，得唔得 ？Okay, so convention, the structure must follow traditional conventional structure. However, recall, C, creativity, I, innovative idea. Your content, when they read your executive summary, because they can easily locate, you follow the traditional structure, and your content must be creative to have a sense of excitement, anticipation. Okay, I will show you the lecture notes we have covered. And also the information you contain must be accurate, must be concise. Don't bullshit, don't exaggerate. 要精準，唔好求浮誇，但內容要夠創意，但個結構要跟傳統。OK， 傳統結構、內容、創意。OK， 或者創意嘅內容 ，and also your information supposed to be accurate, precise, and then don't tell lie, don't bullshit, don't exaggerate. Okay, so this is the basic concept of business plan. While you're preparing that, you try to understand, in reality, I'm preparing the business plan because I want to persuade the external people, including investor, to see if they can sponsor me, they can invest in my business, they can even loan to you, all right, something like this. Okay, so this is the concept. All right, so according to lecture notes, as a business plan, we have a total outline. We have a total of 13 items, but J-To is here to help you. 幫緊你。J-To is not here to hurt you. And that's why, to make your life easier, I will not be so harsh on you. Even though as a degree bachelor student, should have a very high anticipation, a high demand, but I fully understand, especially those who are not from faculty of business. So I will be a little bit easy, and that's why in your business plan, theoretically speaking, there are 13 items here, A to M. But as far as your business plan is concerned, I will try to simplify. Okay, and that's why I mentioned in my whiteboard here, what I'm going to do is to provide a simplified version. But when I say simplify, we are still focusing on some key aspect. Okay, in a normal business plan, you normally have 13 headings, 13 items. But I will not demand you on all these 13 items. I will reduce that to a simplified version, which is which contain 8 items or even 7 items. I'm now going to show you what I expect from you of this one rather than this one. I don't want to give you a hard time. I try to make your life easy. However, even though I try to make your life easier, but you still need to tell me, I have studied entrepreneurship, I have studied startup, I know some concepts which are important. And that's why even though I reduce the number of items, the quantity, but I still need good quality. Items reduced, but quality are important. Okay? So that's why I'm now going to tell you what you should do in your business plan, which occupy 40% of the total cost assessment. All right. Now, let me show you. Let me get my file first. Give me a few seconds. And I will jump back and forth. All right. For the time being, if you got the course outline with you, or you mark down, let me try to see what pages is that. And what I'm going to show you is coming from page 13 of course online. Page 13, you can mark it down. In course online, page 13, I've shown you you have a total of 8 items or 7 items. Just now, you saw that you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, M. But here, in page 13 of the course online, I expect from you the business plan got 8 items. And I even mentioned 7 items because one of the item 5, you can ignore that. It means that I got 8 items here, but actually there are only 7 items rather than 13 items in the original lecture notes. Okay, so to make sure you are still awake, you are still alive. Okay, just joking, still alive. And then up to this moment, anybody have any questions? If you have no question, you can type no so that I know you are with me. Thank you, Jasper. You are always the first one to respond. Thank you. All right. If you have questions, let me know. And then I move on to tell you in your business plan what you should do. Okay. Up to this moment, you only hear that in original one it should be 13 items, but now J2 require us to write 7 items only, not even 8. And here comes the content. All right. And then give me a few seconds. I get the file first. And then business plan. Okay. I'm loading the file now, which is still waiting for loading. Okay. The computer is a little bit slow. Yes, which we have it. Okay, yes, let me share first. How come? Let me try to see. Yes, here comes the file. Let me share it now. Okay, so just now you saw the summary note, which talks about the business plan, and what I said is 內容要創意，結構要精準，不浮誇。Also 要精準 ，okay, accurate. Don't exaggerate. Must be creative. Blah blah blah. Okay, so this is what we said so far. Because you are now writing a proposal to investor, so that hopefully they can sponsor you something. Okay, so when you look at lecture note numbers, chapter 6 lecture notes, we have a total of the outline. Okay, we have a total of 13 items. And when you go through all these, the item A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, okay, up to M. All right, but I require you 7, 8 items only. Okay, so just want to recap the requirement of the assessment criteria of the business plan. I try to express something here so that I don't need to go back and forth. All right, and then when you look at the course outline, the assessment criteria is creativity, recall. Okay, in case people still cannot recall. In day 1, try again. Shit. Okay, in day 1, I talk about recall. C stand for creativity. Anybody can help me? I stand for what? Recall. The I stand for CPAD people can help me to type their answer. Record. C, creativity. I stand for yes, innovation, innovative idea. Thank you. All right, which is good. And then yes, people sometimes ask me, thank you, Esther. All right, ask me what is the difference? Creativity 要夠創意. And then if you have a creative mind, and then you can have innovative idea. 你夠創意，你先可以有創新嘅 idea. So later on, I will also tell you what are they. Okay, you must have creativity. You must be creative in order to have an innovative idea, which is here. All right. And as far as the whole business plan account for 40% of the assessment is concerned, and then these are the assessment criteria. First of all, your idea must be innovative. You must have a creativity involved. And for the whole 100%, 10% go to the executive summary. Just now I mentioned when people, the investor, receive your business plan, they will go straight to the executive summary and to read what you want to show them, what are your innovative idea. And if they think, hey, hey, rubbish, they throw it away. But wow, a sense of excitement, anticipation, interesting. And then they will move on to read that, move on to read the main content. Of course, the main content 命主要嘛，所以就50%啦。Because of main content, it accounts for 50%. So 50, 20, 10 comes up to 80. The remaining 20% is some subsidiary cosmetic 下欄嘢包括 your overall written report presentation style, your grammar, your references, all these kind of things, whether language acceptable without grammatical mistake, and also provide proper referencing, and the overall outlook is good, it account for 20%. Okay, so this is the assessment criteria, and this assessment criteria is contained in the course online in the assessment form. You can take a look. You must understand the rule of the game in order to do a good job. All right, and then yes, 你個內容夠創意, and that's why in your lecture notes, we have said that as far as the content is concerned, your business plan must project a sense of anticipation and excitement. When they read your executive summary, they say, wow, with so many wow, and she, eager to read on. And then, yes, your business plan is a very successful one. Okay, so that is concept. Having mentioned about this, let me go back to here. I'm now telling you all the details. 20% creativity, 10% executive summary, main content, 50%. What are they? All right, and let me get the file. Lecture notes. Hold on. Summary. I'm retrieving the file. Give me a few seconds. PDF. Okay, here comes the. Oops, where am I? Okay, I suppose you see the PDF now. All right, if not, let me know. This is from your course online, but I add in more detail. And then maybe let me do it first. Hold on. Try to enlarge that. Yeah. Okay, maybe something like that first. All right, in case I will not upload this file to the Moodle, will not, all right, and that's why you may prefer to screen capture, take a photo first, and then I explain further. All right, so I'll give you 30 seconds to do that first. The 8 items are contain course online, but the red one are something I add in. Okay, done. Thank you. All right. And then now I will go into detail. If you got a course online, you can take out the course online in page 13. If you got a hard copy or whatever, or your iPad, whatever, and jot down, you might have screen capture, or you have already, take a photo, right? Okay, now let me go into details. And then from time to time, you can take photo anytime, of course. Okay, first of all, what I require is the creativity, which is 20%. That's why I show you the assessment criteria. The 20% go to creativity. In order to play safe, I think it would be better you get my prior approval in advance. All right. Otherwise, you say, hey, I don't care to ask JTO, no problem. So long as you have confidence. Let me emphasize for your business idea, all right, about your proposal, even though we have second round presentation in week number 11 and 12, try to start thinking about that. Use your creativity to make up an innovative idea. If you ask me, JTO, what is an innovative idea? So to put it simple, the project, the product you are going to include in the business plan, the product idea, it can be product, it can be services, it can be an app, anything, but it must not appear in Hong Kong before. If you ask me to have the highest standard, your product idea should not appear in the whole planet. 最好就全宇宙未出現過。And then you may say, JTO, you are bullshitting. If I am that bright, I am that smart, I already studied in Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, not here, not even Hong Kong U, okay? Something like that's true. And that's why JTO, of course, is a seventh head. I am not that bright. And that's why if I said that your product must be totally brand new, never appear in the whole planet, it will be difficult. And that's why it's okay. So long as something, when you do your research, when you have your internally stimulated idea, so long as something not in Hong Kong. Not in Hong Kong, it means that, yes, when I search innovative idea, I search from internet, whatever, something overseas, under research or appear in overseas, but not yet in Hong Kong. I still can accept that because I understand the difficulties, at our level. We are not PhD candidate. We are not studying Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, all right? And that's why when I say creativity, it means that something that never appeared in the whole planet. If I am not that high level and something already appeared in China, overseas, okay, you can import into Hong Kong, but you should not be a copycat. You should not copy 100%. When you try to introduce something into Hong Kong which never appeared in Hong Kong, don't be a copycat. You should include more feature, function to fit local needs. It means that out of something which is not created by you and not 100% original, creativity, and then no problem, but you should have innovative idea. 冇創意，唔夠創意唔緊要，但係要創新啦。創新就係話你引入一個新嘅產品 ，don't just copycat. But when you introduce Hong Kong, try to use a little bit of creativity to add more innovative idea. 你將喺外地嘢引入，但係你要加你嘅創新嘅概念，add in feature。 all right? And I will show example later on. And then, the creativity account for 20%, innovative idea account for 20%. And after you got the approval, if you don't ever ask, or you present in week 11, week 12, but end up you are writing something different from what we have agreed, I cannot ban anything. And then at least you will lose that 20%. 20% are false upgrade. Even though you have a perfect description， 就算你篇文寫到靚到反轉再反轉，冇 A plus 㗎，一定冇 ，because the product already appear in Hong Kong， 頂籠 B plus， you lose false upgrade 20%， A plus A minus maximum B plus only, all right? And of course, if yours is not perfect and you got B only, but your content deserve a B range, but your idea already, the product is already happening in Hong Kong, and then B plus, B minus, you got only C plus, okay? So something like this. All right, so that is about 20%. And I also mentioned your business plan must follow tradition, because the investor, they don't have time to read all the detail in your report, in your business plan. And that's why they will first go to the executive summary. Okay, now it worth 10% of the total, the paper 100%, it worth 10%, one page summary, 10%. And let me share with you the past experience. A lot of people misunderstood what is meant by executive summary. You can go back and read chapter 6 lecture notes. I am now giving you a clear picture in one go. Executive summary is different from introduction. Executive summary 不等於 introduction. Okay, they serve different purposes. Sometimes when I mark the paper, people write mention in the executive summary. In this paper, I am going to introduce a robot, AI robot, and this is a new product that never appeared in Hong Kong. And in the following chapters section, I will mention pesto, desirability, burns, diff, and then full stop. So that is introduction. 係介紹你篇嘢即將會做啲乜。But I ask for executive summary, not introduction. 我啱啱講嗰啲 introduction. Executive summary should be the summary of all the results. Okay, so it will be something like, our company would like to introduce a AI robot, 智能機械人. With the robot, we have conducted a lot of analysis, and the analysis showing a positive result. We have interviewed 100 persons, and 90% think our product are very good, and also 80% of them think they will buy our product. And also we have analyzed the burns, the bargaining power of supplier and buyer. They are very weak in bargaining. It means that we can control the market. All right. And then even though we might have some direct competitor, but mine is always better than them. Okay. 人冇我有，人有我優. Okay. So to conclude, executive summary is the selling document. You need to show your positive results of different analysis. Okay, let me try to, for in case somebody who don't understand Cantonese, a little bit apologize because I would talk in bilingual, all right? Executive summary is not equal to introduction. Introduction, you just say something about, I'm going to tell you my product, and then also I will mention Pesto disability. No, 唔係講題目，你做啲乜嘢，而係講嗰個結果。Okay, introduction, introduce what you are going to say, but exec summary, you try to use that point, that selling point to tell people, I have conduct disability and demand, I've conduct BIS, and then the positive result, interview 100 person, they are good. Also talking about the prototype. I bring the prototype to Mong Kok, to Causeway Bay. People think our product is good and they give us some comments. So I have already made a very good version, which the customer need. And I also try to analyze the bargaining power of buyer, seller, supplier, a competitor. We can have a full control of them. It means that we are in a very good position. Okay, wow. The investor 好勁喎，又訪問好多人喎，好啦，好似幾好，我就決定投資落嚟度啦。Okay, so that is executive summary, right? Once again, 同 introduction 係兩個世界嘅嘢，唔好誤會。如果唔係，又冇咗10分㗎啦。Okay, so up to this moment, any questions? Okay, otherwise I will go on to complicate the issue. Thank you, Jasper. 有冇其他人想問嘢？重複一次 ，introduction 不等於 executive summary, but I want executive summary, not introduction. All right? 得未？ Now, second part. In the PowerPoint slide just now, I showed that 20% creativity, 10% for the executive summary, and then the 50%. Hold on. Oops. Okay, the 50% goes to the main content. The main content are here. 哎呀，連埋底呢個。Okay, 50%. And frankly speaking, when talking about the company description, it won't be a major part. 會考慮啦, but a very small proportion. So now I'm going to talk about this. 主要50%, the major 50% go to item 3 and item 4. 50% 係去咗 mainly item 3 and 4. And that's why these are most important, 50%, 50, 10, and 20. Okay? 好啦, J2 話 company description 唔重要喎, but you must have it. 雖然唔重要, 但一定會有. Okay, so what should we include? Now, I try to see whether you understand my comment or not. Okay, I've been trying, spending time in guiding you step by step. You should start your written report as soon as you can. Okay, after this lecture, don't overestimate your ability. Don't underestimate the difficulty of project. Okay, for example, if you are talking about a high-tech project, and then you can assume that you are Apple company, you are Samsung, you are Xiaomi, you are Huawei, you are HTC, something like that. All right, you can just use some existing company. Okay, in the past, when people talking about intelligent shoes, 我唔識話我啲美術好差嘅嚇，啲鞋嚟嘅。Okay, this is shoes. Okay, 如果你想有一個智能鞋。And then under that situation, you may consider using existing company. Say, our company is Dr. Kwong. Okay, we are Dr. Martin. Those, shoes brand name, no problem. Or if I'm not going to use some existing company, you can make up your own company. Okay, our company name is called J-TO Company, something like that. Okay, no problem. All right. So that's why, as a general idea, company description you must include, but the proportion of rating is not very high for that. Okay, having mentioned that, but what should be included? Okay, let me jump back and forth. Apologize. All right, jump back and forth. Now I am focusing on company description. So as far as company description is concerned, okay, so I have covered creativity 20%, get my approval, something not yet in Hong Kong. You can introduce something from overseas, but you need to add in more feature. And then also executive summary, summarize the result to persuade mine is good. Don't just tell people, I am going to tell you burns, but without result. I'm going to tell you pesto, but without result. No good. That is only introductions. All right. And then for company, just now I mentioned you can make up your own company, or you can just steal the idea. We are Apple company，所以咧，如果你抄人哋公司咧，唔緊要。But you must have referencing. If you try to make use of Apple, no problem. In your company description section, you must include your year of establishment, your base, country base, how your idea come from, and also mission and vision. It means that if you are just 天下文章嘅大抄, you are just, oh, I want to make use of Apple company. So go to their website, and then in your company description, you might say, Apple Incorporation, US-based company. It was established in 1985, 亂噏啫嚇. And then we now have a workforce of 20,000 people. 美資公司1985年成立，而家有2萬個員工 ，all right? And then our mission and vision, the big companies should have that, okay? And also, it may be interesting, a sense of excitement, okay? And also anticipation. And then you may say that one day when, okay, 我亂咁作啦。My name is Drew Houston. Our company is Dropbox. Okay, one day when I sit in the coach, I forgot to bring my USB, and then bling, suddenly I come up the idea, without USB, not the end of the world. I should have something on the online platform, iCloud. So you tell people why your idea come from. People say, hey, interesting, something like that. All right. Or just now, Sunsin Delight. Okay, my name is, Sam Goldman. Our company is Delight. We start in 2002. And one day when I was living in a West African country, I saw a boy badly burned by fire because they use kerosene as a lighting facility. And that's why, oh, so sad. Okay, let me do something. And that's why bling, Delight company set up, something like that. And of course, they have, the mission in their website, 天下文章嘅大抄. Or if you want to make up your own company, you might say that J-TO Company is a Hong Kong-based company. It was established in 2019. And then one day, J-TO's mother, who got a mental problem, okay, 老人痴呆症, and then she went out, we cannot locate her. And then J-TO was so worried. My mother went out alone because of the dementia, 腦退化症. We cannot locate her. Bling. Okay, in that case, let me have invent shoes. All right. With the shoes, this is at the bottom. We have a GPS system. So when she went out and wear the shoes, I can use my app to locate her. 咁你就會有一個叫 intelligent shoes, all right? And of course, apart from this, at the back, there will be some lighting. all right, flashing, some lighting. You can add in a lot of function, okay, anti-slippery, 防線嘅，有 GPS, so you add in many features, all right? Because I got the idea because my mom, went out alone and I could not locate her. So if she wear the shoes, we can locate her, and then it help people, make people fly easy. A lot of people, the parents is getting old. Hong Kong got aging population, and not only for elderly, all right, and it is only for hiker. Nowadays, because of the COVID-19, a lot of people go hiking, and if somebody disappear, just yesterday, 琴日有單新聞，有個行山人就暈低咗，死咗啦。Okay, so if I am the hiker, when I go to the hill and then the weather suddenly turned dark, I lose my way. So I can use GPS to locate, and then also a flashlight. And then I can use it as a SOS so that people down at the hill, they can see the flashlight blinking, 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 and then ask for help, or even have an alarm, da, 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 and then alert people, something like this. And then that's why I got the idea, something like this. All right. So hold on. And then, hold on, let me try to do it first. Okay, so sharing. So as far as company description is concerned, just now I said you can use existing company, tell mission, vision, country base, and also year of establishment, and also you can make up your own company. Okay, just for example, all right, we are Jasper and Z Company, J and Z, just joking lah ha, 亂咁噏啫 okay, we are J and Z Company, the founder are Jasper and Zach, and then we are studying entrepreneurship. One day, our crazy lecturer, Jato, asked to think of product, and then that's why we have the product, and Jato say, you got A+. So it makes me, motivate me, okay, after graduate, I will make use of the product. So you tell people how come your idea comes from, all right? You say, J and Z Company established in 2020. The founder are Jasper and Zach, and then we are Hong Kong-based company, and then we both graduate with a different degree, and then we are capable of handling the product. Our product is the robot, something like this, okay? All right, so up till this moment, I have, spent a lot of time telling you idea must be creative, not in Hong Kong. Even in overseas, when you introduce, you add in more feature. And executive summary, not introduction, write up something, your analysis result. Analysis can be feasibility analysis, can be product analysis, can be competitive analysis. You tell people, summarize all the positive result so that people will, once again, wow, wow, wow. 你 show 晒 summarize 晒你所有 analysis 嘅 result， 話俾人聽，我件嘢一絕，天下無敵。Okay, so that persuade the investor， 得未 ？Okay, now as I said, the remaining 50% goes to the content. I expect to see all this content from chapter 3, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, etc. Okay, so you must have PESTLE, business trend, desirability and demand, which is CT. Okay, 證明你哋冇瞓覺 or to prove that you are still alive. CT stand for what? 有冇人估到 CT? When we refer to these product desirability, product demand, 乜 test, 乜 test? 有冇人記得 DUT test. The DUT stand for what? 是咯 Okay, yes, thank you, Jasper. All right. Concept test. What about BIS? What survey? I in own survey. I in own survey. What is I in own? Anybody have any idea? S stands for survey, BIS, which is, it takes time or you forgot, all right? And also GIL, what are they? Oh dear, all right? BIS, Buying Intention Survey, and face-to-face, Gumshoe Research, Internet, Library, and also prototype. Okay, so in your report, to tell me you learned something from the course, PESTEL, CT, BIS, face-to-face, GIL, prototype, Burns, DIF, STP, 4P. For this one, in our lecture notes, we don't have too much. And then for those especially non-business student, of course, business student can also, make appointment with me in case you don't know, you're not sure. This is marketing concept. Segmentation, targeting, positioning. And in the presentation just now, the 5 pretty ladies, they also talking about segmentation. They target and poor people, not rich people. So something like this, all right? If you have a problem, that's why I spend time in week number 8 to tell you something, even though it's due in week 14, but time is running out. Don't overestimate your ability. Don't underestimate the difficulty of the project, all right? So all this must be included, all right? Okay, now, in case you want to screen capture the one now or take a photo, do it now. And I will spend a few more minutes before I give you the second break. So in case 你要影相 ，cap 咗圖咩都好 ，go ahead。好啦，嗱我查㗎啦嚇，得未 ？So I will erase that. Okay, yes, done. Thank you, Jasper. All right, now, one more point. All these are 50%. 得啦嘛 ，OK？ 花就啲 ，but anyway， 哎呀 ，hold on。And okay, so after this 50%, and here I got 8 items, but because of the word limit, 你嘅字數有限, so I suggest that you can ignore item 5 unless it is an important part in your business plan. Otherwise, don't spend time in writing up, especially more than half of you are non-business student. Of course, we have some people from faculty of business, the finance one, and pro forma balance sheet, income statement. That's why, if applicable, but I won't say that if you don't have financial plan, I will deduct 20 marks from your business plan. No. All right, and that's why you can simply ignore. Don't spend time in doing that unless easy job to be. We are finance people, we are accounting people, and then I can spend just 10 minutes in writing a balance sheet, a pro forma balance sheet. Go ahead. All right. Okay, so having mentioned about these, let me try to also indicate a prototype. In reality, of course, when you go to Causeway Bay to interview people, you may bring along a prototype, but we are students, you make up the story. That's why, even though I said it must be accurate, 夠精準, when you are doing a real business plan, here 夠精準咧就係你要講大話講得夠叻。意思係咧，you must say, Li Ka-shing, you write the business plan. Actually, our innovative product, we bring the dummy, the sample. Go to Causeway Bay Mong Kok. We interview 1,000 people, talk to them face to face, and they give us very useful comment. That's why, I have improved the version. And also, we have a day in a live research. 喺第2課應該係啦。And then we also conduct library research. All the results are very encouraging. In the exact summary, encouraging, and that's why you should, invest in our company. Our feature is 人冇我有，人有我優. People don't have it, I have. Even people have similar thing, mine is better. Okay, and as far as appendix is concerned, I also expect you must have at least a picture, a photo, a diagram showing your product, unless yours is a surface. If you got a physical product, let's say AI robot, or you invent an app, you develop an application, an app, and then you must also show how does the app look like, 個版面係點樣, and then how it function. All right. So let's say once again, if you have a robot, okay, later on I will show you. You can try to get a picture from the internet, or you draw a picture. Okay, you may say here is the panel, and display something. All right, and then here is the speaker. And then here are the wheels. The robot can move around, all right? And then for the wheels, they have a vacuum cleaning function. 要 multifunctional 嘛。呢個咧就可以吸塵嘅。And then the speaker can sing a song, and even they try to take care the elderly. 有老人痴呆症，有個機械人同佢傾偈。Hi, Mr. Elder, how are you today? And then 婆婆嗰個機械話婆婆你好嘛 and even can shake hand with them, even can dance, and multi-function. All right, you show the feature, and then that's why of course 你唔會真係做個機械人啦 but at least you draw a picture and put the picture in appendix. Rather than just describing, and then you use this and use a lot of different arrow to describe something like that. All right, and just now I said you don't make a prototype attach in 你唔可以做到一個擺上 Moodle 冇可能啦 and that's why you must have a diagram, picture, even put in appendix. Okay, something like this. And then what I said, you can draw your own diagram, or let me try to get it. And hold on. Okay, somehow you can extract from the internet any picture, something like this, and then just like what I said, you use arrow, okay, to point. Here are function 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Are you seeing the Google robot? Yes or no? Oh, I didn't share. Oh, no, sorry. Share. Okay, hold on. Stop sharing. Okay, sorry. And let me share this. Okay, just now what I have shown you, you can, just go to the internet. If your product is a intelligence robot, you are seeing the, the picture now, right? The robot, yes or no? 係咪睇到嗰個 robot? Yes, okay. And then you can steal the picture and put the arrow. Okay, they have a speaker, a panel, a vacuum cleaning, something like this. So what I want to say is you must have a picture to describe whether this is an apps or whatever your product is. Okay, unless you are purely talking about services and then 無形嘅 intangible 嘅，咁啊冇嘢講啦。Otherwise, and then you should show that kind of things. And here is the PDF talking about the overall requirement. All right. Okay. So I think I have more or less give you the rough idea of all these. Repeat once again. Don't overestimate your ability. Don't underestimate the difficulty of project. Get it started from your daily life. 喺你日常生活觸發到你諗到一樣嘢。If you encounter problem, there may be a lot of people encounter the same problem, so that you can make this as a product idea, or you search from the internet, even from overseas, when you introduce in Hong Kong, which is not creative because you are not creating yourself, but at least without creativity, you still have innovative idea. 唔好眯埋100%引入，你要加啲 feature 係適合香港嘅 ，all right？ something like this. Okay, so I hope, yes, this is what I expect from you. And I will show something more and then I'll give you a break. All right, to see whether I have this with me. Hold on. 睇下冇先，我唔記得咗喺邊個位度。Give me a few seconds. Okay, maybe I'll give you a break now to see whether I got some pictures. All right. Yes, this is what I have indicated here. Now I finished item 5, and I hope all these key concepts, how the 100% of this business plan showing 20% creativity, 10% except summary, 50% about PESTLE, GIS, BIS, CT concept test, buying intention survey, Gumshoe research, blah blah blah. All right. So this is all this must be included in the business plan. Now we are going to the third hour. Too heavy, 太沉重啦。5 minutes break. During the break, I will show the attendance, the QR code, take the attendance for the third hour. And after that, I will start chapter 7. All right. Okay, let me generate the QR code first. Hold on. Let me try to get it. Okay, if you cannot see the QR code, tell me. Password once again. This is for the third hour for the tutorial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Break time. Check the attendance and also get ready chapter 7. All right. If you have questions, type in the chat room or turn on microphone to ask me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, which you're always very efficient, which is good. And then also, if you have questions, you can ask me. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Claudia. Quick response to me, saying done, which is good. All right. Okay, I also need to try to find out something for my lecture. Give me a little bit time. Which is good. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, all everybody. All right. Lecture. Okay, Guai Wai, all right. And before I start chapter 7, let me just try to show a sample. This is the outdated one. When I said a photo, a diagram, a prototype, or the product idea, something like this, all right? You say, oh, okay, my creative product idea is a virtual, did you see the picture? Let me try to do it again. You're supposed to see PowerPoint slide, some sample. Yes, thank you. Something like this. Oh, I invent a virtual keyboard, and then we have a small machine, and then we can go everywhere, even sitting on the bus or in the study area in the school. I don't have a notebook, but I have a a small virtual keyboard, something like this. Or the next one, which is the bracelet, but this is already outdated. Okay, so you must have some creativity, if not creativity, if not creative, at least some innovative idea. This is now under research in United States. When I try to introduce in Hong Kong, but I will try to make something new. Okay, some sample, but always encourage creativity first. Without creativity, you still have innovative idea, introduce something, all right? And don't worry, in the second round of presentation, we will try to see how well you got your idea. And that's why starting from now, in your daily life, internally or externally stimulated, and then you try to find out something to be presented. And for the second round presentation, people present idea, and people say, hey, 香港有啦, totally banned. Okay, so we try to have a collective wisdom, 集體智慧. Okay, and then that's why maybe you can think of 1, 2, 3 idea as a backup. During the presentation, everybody got a short presentation for 5 minutes or something to propose an idea, and classmate can help you to refine your product. 呢個 product 香港未有，不過可能咁就會好啲喎。So that everybody can help each other. All right, 集體智慧, something like this. Okay. All right, and now let me go back to my normal track, which is chapter 7. Summary note. Okay, hold on. And hold on. Okay, if you cannot see the PDF file, let me know, all right? So I presume that you are now seeing a PDF file. Yes, thank you. And then we are now starting chapter 7, especially people presenting next week. And chapter 7 got 2 big headings. The first heading is ethical. Second one is legal. Okay, so for the structure of the lecture notes, basically ethical account for about 10% of the total PowerPoint slide only. Ethical 就係咁多. Talking about ethics, all right? And then legal are the remaining part. About legal. So the ratio will be about 10 to 90% or 15 to 85%. All right. So let's start our topic talking about ethical and legal foundations. Let me get the lecture file, which is chapter 7. So get ready, chapter 7. And if you cannot see the PowerPoint slide now, let me know. Okay. Yes, let's start. Chapter 7. Have I done the recording? Yes. Okay. And you can tell from here the topic for chapter 7, which is ethical and legal foundations. They both are important. Okay, ethical foundation, legal foundation. Just now I said you can see from here, as far as the lecture note is concerned, the basic proportion for the topic is 哎呀，再嚟多次 ，hold on，成鬼日都係咁樣，隻死人老鼠 drive me crazy。And all right, so we will have few PowerPoint slides as an introduction and also ethical background. And the remaining part, the 90%, go to legal, some legal matters. Let's start. Right at the beginning, all of you are not lawyer, okay? 唔係 lawyer, not a law profession, not majoring in law or legal studies, Japanese studies, finance, account, even though it may involve some sort of law, but you are not law major. And that's why a lot of people always overestimate their knowledge with the law. They found, hey, come on, easy. I am degree holder. I am a bright student. I'm graduating from a very high class college, UOW College Hong Kong. Yes, it is a good college, of course. And then, but don't overestimate your knowledge about legal matters, because it can be very costly. Where's my pointer? Okay. Ethical and legal error can be costly. Costly in terms of money. Costly in terms of mental health. So if you involve in some legal proceeding, 有啲法律訴訟，嘥錢、嘥時間、嘥精神、嘥壓力。And that's why at the beginning, right in the first lecture notes, we said that as an entrepreneur, you are young, your life experience might not be very rich. That's why this lecture notes remind you that people always overestimate. And that's why, as far as the practicality, reality is concerned, people should start ASAP. At the time of their launching, you must seek some help, or you must have understanding about ethics and legal, okay, ethical and legal issue right at the beginning. Don't say that, hey, not important, we can do it later. No, all right? If you are being so careless and then you commit some error, as I said, it will be extremely costly. It might take you few years to complete. It might, in that few years, you feel so stressful. And then your legal cost can be millions of dollars. 訴訟費100萬唔奇㗎 depends, all right? And that's why it is always suggested right at the beginning, okay, you, as far as ethical is concerned, in particular ethical, right at the beginning, you should establish a very strong ethical culture at the time you start your business. Don't say that not urgent. And then if you have a bad starting, and then your company will go down. A good starting is halfway to success. 好嘅開始係成功嘅一半，唔好中途先去改 ，and then you cannot change a lot of things. If we try to start in the middle, all right. So right at the beginning, at the time of launching your business, you should lay a very strong ethical and legal foundations. Okay, so to have a strong ethical 10%嘅 lecture notes, okay, to have a strong ethical culture, what should you do? Number one, lead by example. You serve as a role model to tell people I am the founder, and then I have a strong ethical mindset. You know, as a top people, a top management, a founder, you should build a strong ethical background by doing it yourself first. All right. And people said that the fish sting from the head. Fish sting from the head, which is equal to 上梁不正下梁歪. All right. Let me tell you a real example by Jato. All right. And Jato is a crazy person. When I was young, I changed job very often. 我係一個轉工怪. I have worked for more than 20 organizations, including a government EO, including you know 九察鐵路 KCRC, including hospital authority. 我做過好多大機構、細機構. All right, and then I once worked for estate agency, 一間地產公司. And I worked there for less than 3 months. Okay, I work in estate agents. Okay, 係知名嘅，你實識嘅。Okay, 唔開名啦。Right, and then I worked for less than 3 months, simply because within the probation, if I confirm the probation, 3個月之後咧，我要俾3個月通知。And when I first joined, I already smell something wrong. I don't like it. And that's why I resigned during the probation so that I can quit within 1 week. 我就可以1個禮拜通知就走啦，唔使3個月。And believe it or not, after I left the company and about 2 months, 2個月之後, I read from the newspaper and then I saw that my boss occupy number 3 chair in the company, 喺嗰個集團坐第3把交椅嘅, all right? And he was put in jail. Why he was put in jail? Because he get caught by ICAC, all right? There is a developer, 一個發展商, and sorry, forgot to close door. Okay, you know, with he is a, you know, we are actually estate agency, and then he deal with the developer and tell, for example, just for example, okay, New World, 新鴻基, 新世界發展, he said, hey, give me the sole agents, and then if you assign me as a sole agent, and after I earn a lot of money, under the table, I will give you back the rebate. And of course, it was discovered by ICAC and end up he was put in jail. All right. And that's why doing rebate under the table is unethical and also illegal. All right. And end up he was put in jail. And that's why if the number 3 chair, 大老細都係咁樣，啲夥計會點咧? So that's why you must lead by example as a top people, top management, as a founder, as a startup entrepreneur. All right. Okay, so that is not good enough. Apart from leading by example, you should also do something black and white, and you write up a code of ethics, 一啲行為守則. So as accountant, as a financial analyst or something like this, they have their own code of ethics by CPA, okay, by CFA, all right? And of course, the code of ethics is some sort of written statement, a formal statement, list out what should be the behavior. Okay, you should have ethical behavior. You provide guidance to them. Okay, so number 1, you yourself lead by example, 以身作則, serve as a role model. And the second step, after you serve yourself as a role model, you also need to write something black and white, some written statement to tell people our company cannot tolerate anybody who go for unethical behavior. Totally not acceptable. You will be fired or even got into legal proceeding if you are doing something dirty. You may put in jail to alert people, and you provide guidance. What should be the good behavior, good ethical behavior? And not good enough. Role model, black and white. You should also use all these statements to provide training, to train people what should be the ethical dynamics. All right, ethical dynamics mean two situations. Okay, let me just show you just one example. Okay, you provide training. Everybody must have ethical mindset. Don't try to do something unethical. For example, ethical dilemma. All right, whether you are doing something for yourself or for the organization or for the society. All right, example, if you are, one of you are account people, of course, my lovely boy, all right, and then if you are a accountant, all right, you are handling, the account for your company, which may be a listed company, just for example, okay, extreme example. And one day your boss come to you saying that, hey, accountant, we are having difficulties. We experience a transaction which we lose a lot of money. But now I, as a boss, ask for your help. I hope you do not disclose the transaction to the outsider. All right, even though we are suffering loss, don't tell people, don't put it in the book. If you can do that, I can promote you to financial controller. All right, and then now you are facing an ethical dilemma. All right, actually the company is not ethical. They experience financial difficulties and ask me do not tell people. Okay, and if I keep the secret, I can be promoted to financial controller for myself. However, if I do that, a lot of investor buying our share, some investor, they might end up suffering loss. And then should I benefit myself or doing something good for the society to say, sorry, boss, if the company encounter some transaction which will suffer loss, I must inform in the book of account to reflect this one. And then even though you terminate me, I still do that because this is the code of ethics, the professional ethics of a CPA, of a chartered, professional accountant. And then this is what the ethical dilemma. Should I benefit myself or, got promotion, double my salary, or helping the society, helping the organization, etc. So you might face some ethical dilemma. And that's why, as a company, as a top management, you should provide training to tell people in case they encounter that kind of situation, what should they do? And as far as the training is concerned, it can be provided by in-house. If your company is a large company, all right, you may have a very, strong HR department. So if you got an HR department, you might have a training and development unit, 就會有培訓發展部, and then they can do it. If not, you can contract out to outside people. And even some organization, including ICAC, their community relations, 社區關係科, they are happy to provide training free of charge, telling people, under, cash rebate, etc. are illegal, unethical matter. And then they can, help you free of charge. Or you can ask them paid consultant to design a course for your company. And, or, if your company is large enough, and then, of course, you can have your own people to do the training. All right. Okay. Let me rush to the next one. If you have a strong ethical culture, you will have a lot of benefit, a lot of payoff. All right. A lot of positive return. All right. So if you are being good, and then there are a lot of advantages. Okay, so what are the advantages? Let's take a look at the next diagram. Okay, so if you have people presenting next week, pay particular attention. I'm now giving you the tips. This is part of the presentation answer, okay? And if you have a strong ethical background, good. Why? You have a good corporate image. Your company brand name is good. People say, wow, that company is a very good company, 良心企業, something like this, a good corporate image, 一個社企形象, not 社企, 一個企業形象, all right? And if you have a good corporate image, a lot of people are happy to work with you, and then they feel proud of working for a company because your company got a very good image. And then people say, yes, you work for a big company, and that big company is a very good company in Hong Kong or in the world. And employee happy, they will feel proud of working for you. And then the company, the customer will say, yes, they are good company. I will go for their business, right? Once again, even though very political, I should not do that, but just example, right? And then if you are a corporate company, you support democracy, just for example, all right? And then yes, 黃店嚟㗎，我哋要去懲罰佢， we should go for the yellow shop and then support them, blah blah blah, all right? But if you are 可能你係藍絲啦 ，okay? If you are a blue ribbon company and a lot of young people, hey, don't go there, they are crazy. Or even during the social movement, you got the company got damaged by them, 係被裝修添, something like this. Okay, just for example only, all right? And that's why if you are a good company, employee love you, customer love you, and then also you become stronger. Otherwise, if the situation I use, even though this is bias, okay, 你係藍店, and then the young people might even put on fire, destroy you, even though no, people should not do that. But just example, and then you become very weak. You are the target to attack under that extreme situation. Of course, under a peaceful environment, people say, hey, I just don't go for that company because they are no good, all right? And of course, if you are a good company, the bank are happy to loan to you because you are trustworthy, all right? And then investors are happy to buy your company stock if you are a listed company. And then whenever you go for a loan, whenever you go for asking for investment, people will be more than happy, more than willing to invest in your company, to loan money to you, etc. And of course, if you're being ethical, you won't be punished or penalized by legal authority if you are doing something unethical, illegal, and then you will have punishment. All right. So if you are good, you can avoid the potential punishment by authority, and that's why a strong ethical background is good. Also is very important. All right. Okay. People presenting next week, that is part of the main content. Now, let me move on to go a little bit further. All right. So after talking about the ethical matter, we spend 10% of the PowerPoint slide. We finish. Okay. 一成嘅啫，而家就講呢個啦。So for the remaining part, we are talking about legal issue. All right, so let's move on. Okay, once again, as an entrepreneur, as a startup, at the beginning, you should look for a lawyer, attorney, a lawyer, all right, to help you, to guide you through your startup. Don't wait until the middle of your operation. You start right at the beginning as a startup. You ask some legal advice as a young entrepreneur through your startup. You ask some lawyer, attorney as soon as possible to guide you, to shepherd you, go through. All right. However, said is easier than done. Lawyer can be very expensive. And that's why, you still need to consider a lot of things. But without a lawyer, sometimes you might encounter especially capital problem, financial problem, and they can help you to work out something to have a proper financing, so that you won't die without cash. 唔會因為資金缺乏而死亡。All right, and then that's why a lawyer, CFA, CPA. So half of you belong to that professional, and then yes, you need to, learn something and also try to help you. All right, so that's why when we talk about SECC, social network. All right, chapter 2, for the presentation, they also mentioned something about that. One of the simple example in this class, we have students from finance, we have students from account, we have students from Japanese study. For example, if the Japanese study people, you want to work start inbound tourist guide for Japanese coming to Hong Kong, etc. You set up company, and then because you are studying this course, you know people from different discipline. You can group together to form a startup, a company. All right, some people, you as a Japanese study, okay, you take care of all those technical matters, but finance matters, we have a lot of bright finance student here, even have a very smart, handsome accountant here, okay, something like that. And then, yes, you work as a dream team, something like this, okay? All right, however, as I said, at day one, at the beginning, you should ask some legal advice. This is true, but I can tell you, lawyer can be very so-called expensive quotation. They charge you a very high amount, okay? Let me share with you one real example, all right? I have been here in UOW College Hong Kong or CCCU for more than 12 years. And before I joined, which is a long time ago, some 13, 15 years ago, our family started a business. Not a really startup, but a family business. And then we need to consult the lawyer. And guess, about 13, 14 years ago, 13, 14, 15年㗎啦. Guess how much we want to see the lawyer, how much they charge per hour. 10幾年前，我哋揾律師，你覺得佢要收我哋幾錢一個鐘？ And that is a minimum charge. If you talk to them for 40 minutes, they still charge 1 hour. 你覺得一個鐘佢收幾錢啊？ How much they charge? What do you think? Talking about 13 years ago, anybody can give type some number? $10,000, and then yes, move on. Any others response? Per hour. Jasper, the accountant, the professional, all right? And then at that time, talking about some 13 years ago, they charge $6,500 per hour as a minimum charge, even though you talk to them for 10 minutes, and then they still charge that. Isn't it crazy, right? And that's why to save legal fee, there can be a lot of ways to do that. For example, don't just go there and talk to them, because with 6,500 per hour, when you walk in, 你好啊律師，已經100蚊㗎啦，可能 okay, charge almost per second, and then that's why they have minimum charge, and try to group everything together in one go, put down a full list, go in and ask the question, 唔好風花雪月, don't chit chat, don't bullshit, go straight and ask the question so that you can save money, especially you are a young startup, a young entrepreneur. Money is important, finance is important, okay? And also, you try to group everything together to save money, to save time. Also try to assist. What does it mean by assist the attorney? And then don't rely on them too much. For example, if you want to search something, you yourself can go to the company registry, 去公司註冊處. You can go to the 田土廳, 土地註冊處, to search for yourself, rather than you are asking the lawyer to search for you. The public can go for land search, can go for company search. Don't ask the lawyer to do that, because of course they're happy to help you, but the time they spend on company search, they will charge you. And not only for the consultancy fee, but normally they will charge you $250 copying fee. 佢眯埋眼，一張紙都收你250蚊影印費 ，OK？ And that's why you can do it yourself. Don't rely on the attorney to do something which you can do, right? And of course, item 3 is a bit too much. If you are a listed company, and then you can invite some lawyer to join your legal advisory team. 如果你有個法律顧問團隊, but of course you as a startup, you don't have that large scale. That's why I put a question mark. All right. And also, not only this, sometimes the lawyer charge you such a high amount, but you can ask some non-lawyer profession. Okay, this is what people call CA. Okay, what does it mean by CA, right? So somehow you are fresh graduate, you might work in a law firm, but you are not a law major, 你唔係 law 友, and then but you work in a legal firm, a law firm, solicitor firm, and then because you have your own profession. And then sometimes people even just finish their associate degree, Form 5, Form 7, Form 6, whatever, and then they work in the law firm for 10, 15 years. They work with the lawyer for a long time. They also have very good experience because they have been working in the firm, even though they are not a lawyer, they are not professional, but they have a very good knowledge. They experience so much of the past cases, so that you can also ask them for help. Of course, it will be cheaper, something like this, okay? So that's why to save the legal fee, you can do a lot of things, all right? Okay, also one key point here, because I'm running off time, and as a startup, you may start with other friend, your best friend or whatever. Just for example, you might have a, just like JJJZ firm, all right? We are the partner, Jasper, Jeffrey, Judy, and Zach. When you all four start a new company, and then you must have a founder's agreement. 先小人後君子，唔好第二拗數 in order to avoid future argument. And then you should ask a lawyer to help you to draft a starting agreement. Okay, and then it is important to avoid future unnecessary argument. And even though you may hear somebody, two couple, a lover, and then 佢哋結婚都要有個結婚協議書。Okay, talking about in case they divorce, whether the other party can get the money, half of the money, 兩公婆啦做都可以有一個叫做結婚協議書嘅。So something like this. So as a partner, a startup entrepreneur, you might need to draft the founder's agreement. This is a very important one. All right. Sorry that I have overrun 4 minutes already, and basically, all right. And I hope what I have just covered will be useful for the people who are presenting in the upcoming week. And then if you have questions, always make appointment with me. I can offer help. J2 is here to help you. 幫緊你. J2 is not here to hurt you, all right? And also in particular, I spend the middle hour of the 3 hours, the second hour, in telling you details of business plan. Start ASAP, as soon as you can, okay? And then don't overestimate your ability, don't underestimate the difficulty of the project. That's it. 有問題留低問，10分鐘解答任何問題。Otherwise, thank you for your patience. Talk to you. See you next week then. Okay, so that's it. And if you have questions, turn on microphone and ask me, or type in the chat room. If not, have a nice evening. Thank you for your patience. Okay, people ask me how about the presentation in week 12 and 11. Yes, we will finish our first round of presentation in week 10. And all of you individually think of a product talking about 20%, and then you make a short presentation to sell people, about your business product. And then in that presentation in week number 11 and 12, mainly on your product idea so that people can help you to improve. And then this is the starting point. This is a warm up, 係一個熱身。你諗到 idea， 你以為好好，但係 classmate 可能話喂香港有㗎咯喎。Sorry, ban, okay, something like this. And that's why I asked you to start thinking now, and then everybody help each other to deliver a short presentation and to invite people to comment on your product idea so that you can write a better business plan. Have I answered your question? 答唔答咗你問題？答唔答到？ All right, talking about presentation order, no problem. And then basically, I will just go for group A, group B, etc., etc. All right. Whether need a PowerPoint slide, yes, you can, show the concept. Okay, so maybe I will within this week, I will try to give you more guideline on doing that, all right? And then, yes, talking about order, just make it simple, all right? Even though this is individual, we will just start from week number 3, 4, 5, and then everybody 5 minutes with a simple PowerPoint slide, show the diagram, tell the feature, that's it. Not complicated, okay? 只係每人輪隊5分鐘。up 出嚟，同學 comment, and of course, if you don't need to prepare 40 pages PowerPoint slide, maybe just 1 or 2 to show the diagram to people, what are the features, and invite people for comment. Have I answered your questions? If not, you still keep on asking, no problem. Okay, good. No problem, and see you next week then. If you have more questions, and just turn on microphone and ask me.